Hello traders and welcome to this weekly Forex forecast live Forex trading for 27th of October 2020. We're looking at the dollar, gold, silver, oil, euro, pound, yen, dollar, whatever you feel like we should be looking at, because what is coming up very soon? It is coming up the election of America. So that's really running, I feel like, the market at the moment. We are not necessarily doing a lot, and yeah, hope that you're fine, hope that you're good. I enjoy your company, so since I enjoy your company, I feel like you should participate in the chat by saying, well, positive words are always nice, but also your pair that you want me to cover. I think that would be nice. On the other side, I am literally just trying to make a very quick live session with you now. I have just literally came out of the shower, been exercising, and I haven't eaten dinner yet, and it's 8 p.m. So cool. I will make this as quick can go quick. All right. Is that quick enough for you? Cool. That is quick enough for me. Trading Forex is risky, not appropriate for everyone. Past performance is not indicative of future results. Whatever's happened in the past doesn't need to happen in the future. Don't risk money you cannot afford to lose. And whatever money you have invested today can be lost tomorrow. So please stay humble. Don't, focus on the long term. Don't risk more than 1% per trade and not more than 5% a month. Cool? Good. Then, to my mentorship students, I am in limbo in terms of what am I going to do with you guys. Should I do a video? Should I go Zoom meeting with you? Everything is in limbo. I don't know. The only thing I know, I just can't do tomorrow evening. That's all. So if I should do a video of what I should do, and then we can have a talk of what you should want to do differently. Hi, I'm here. So yeah, what's going to happen tomorrow morning, tomorrow evening, has been planned for a long time, so I just forgot about that. That's all. And I wanted actually to do it tonight, but didn't. So, anyways, Euro New Zealand for this week has been short. So one of my mentorship students, he said, if price goes below this price of around below 177 or 176.80, give or take, he said he's shorting that one. That was today. I think that is an amazing short. So in this area, which is the daily short area, if you short in that area, that is your take profit. Boom, for today. And that's basically the only thing that I can say about today has been good. New Zealand has moved. So Euro New Zealand went down, New Zealand dollar went up, and that's probably the only thing that was good about today, I guess. But what are we looking for the future? Looking for the future is the pullback up here, come back down again tomorrow. And then what's the the weekly target? The weekly target is, give or take, all out at 75.12. So, but also have that in mind that we are at the low of 14. So if it pulls up and goes higher again, sorry about that. Can't really do anything about it, but that's a risk. So either here is a take profit or down here, but we're hoping for down here. So cool. Is this a bullish week? No, it just continued lower. Is this bonus shorting? Yeah, I would say so. In a risk off scenario, this one should rise. So I think this is going against the current. Moving over to New Zealand dollar, I said if price goes above here, you can buy the pullback. So you basically don't have the pullback yet, but if you are feeling like that's good, then take profit at 67.71, give or take. So yeah, And then tomorrow, where's tomorrow? Tomorrow is tomorrow. So what do I do now? I just basically, oh, that's a buy zone. So basically right now, I would just put my order down here. Cool. I wouldn't do anything else. So it's only my personal opinion. It doesn't need to do anything. You can just crash down. Doesn't matter. I wouldn't even care. Australian dollar, US dollar has done something today, but the daily range today hasn't been more than 30 pips, so that's kind of disappointing. So yeah, I said this morning there is no trades here, and coming back in the evening, yeah, no, I don't find this to be trending. So I guess if you have buys from here, or whatever the buys are, below here, you're still cool. If you have sells on, I think you're a bit more worried. But other than that, well, cool. You're good to go. Alright? But don't enter now. Like, this isn't the market condition that I would like for you to trade in. Basically, straightforward. Save the money there. And if you are one of those who doesn't, if you are one of those who doesn't feel like, trading ranges is something that I really love, then you can just stay away. Euro dollar has done nothing else than nothing has ever done to you today. That was the opening price today, and that was the close. That is current price. That is 5 pips different. The total range today has been 43 pips. No, not a market condition that I want to be in, so I'm out. I'm not out, but I'm just not interested today to buy. I have a buy from down here, and I think I got stopped out of this one. Yeah, probably break even. That's sad, but yeah, you have to give and you have to take, and you get sometimes, and sometimes you don't get at all. Okay. So any setups for tomorrow? No, not in this market conditions here. I'm just saying, whatever. I will see tomorrow morning. But as far as today, looking into tomorrow, looking into Asia, looking into London Open, nah, nothing much. This can fall, by the way. Just have that in mind. Pound has done more than I actually anticipated. And it has to be with this round kind of we call it not reversal, but kind of, yeah. So nothing much here either. Not very strong momentum in the market. It's kind of sleepy. Hi Abraham, nice to see you. And for those who are maybe not so familiar, I changed my time. Well, I didn't. Northern Europe changed the time to winter time from summertime. So now, whatever your time is now, it might be different. I just know, since I know Kenya, in the winter, it is plus 2 hours difference in the winter between here and Kenya, which is East African time, which also maybe difference from 2 hours to Dubai, maybe. And because they don't change time apparently. And then summer is just plus 1 time. So if the times is different, I'm sorry, I didn't do it. BOC, higher growth projections coming. Okay, cool. So there's a BOC tomorrow. Hi, bae. My wife is here. Cool. Interesting. So she's also going to hear, listen to my nonsense then. So there's a Bank of Canada decision at 2 p.m. tomorrow. Expectations is any shift is low. Okay. However, there will almost certainly be an upgrade to growth projections as Canada, like almost every economy, has rebounded from faster than economists initially anticipated. Okay. So really, what you have to look into is the growth potential that Canada or projections now will be talking about. Also, are they saying anything about decreasing, increasing interest rates? Very important. Also, looking into jobs, what they're saying about jobs, what they're saying about housing, what they're saying about business, what they're saying about their projections about the future. Very important, very important. So yeah, an important day. Back to pound. So I would call it a range, but it could just be like a rebounds and then higher. Can you buy this? Yes, of course you can buy this just as much as you can sell this. Is this a good buy? Yeah, also. Well, Sherlock, it's going higher, I guess. Some kind of higher lows. Banzas! Hello. And what kind of honey? What kind of emoji is that? Hi, Maria. Sorry, I didn't see it. Apart from that, I think tomorrow you are, since this is a higher high kind of a thing, you're then allowed just looking into this and say if price comes down to this price of 30, 40, give or take, you can take it out. Stop loss below 130, which is a 40 pip stop loss. Cool. But just my personal opinion, nothing else than that. If it falls, sorry. This is also Brexit related. This is also election driven. Potential also about something about negative rates. That's all. Just some more large movers, if it's mentioned any of that. That's all. I've also some drips from my research about Biden and Trump is that clearly, I guess clearly they are pricing in Biden winning, and I'm going to talk about that with my mentorship students before I talk with you about what I think about that, where I think things are going. What I will do on election day night, the following days will be in that meeting. Other than that, I think we're cool. So, what is the update on the chart? Really going higher. If you want to short this one, I wouldn't like it, but that's kind of the short. And if that comes up here again, I wouldn't like it too much. Okay. I have not seen that to be a very good setup. I've seen it fail more than it has win. So I've done that. New Zealand dollar can continue to rise tomorrow. USD CAD. Here we go. So what is going on? Rednecks. Oh. See that? That was fast, Sherlock. And that was actually the... Have I been sleeping in the class? Whatever. Okay. That's a buy price. That's a target. That's a counterattack. Okay. Where are you going now, Sherlock? So that is an out of position trade, OPT trade. This one, where you hit the target too early, goes back to central, and you're done. And the reason why price is now moving higher is take profit. The other case is that another entry for buyers to kick it up to R2? Potentially. So if I was a seller now, I wouldn't be in it. Like, if I have a sell now, I wouldn't be confident in it. That's all. Also, it's a range. Okay? I know some of you are in shorts here, so I'm just saying, be careful of what you do. I don't do. But I want US dollar to weaken. Even though if it doesn't, I just want it to weaken whenever it does. Okay? So I really want a new lower low, pull back, and then sell off. Boom, let's go, people. Okay? But I don't have that in the moment, so I can't do anything about that. Okay? Gold hasn't really done what I want to do. Well, I said you can buy it if it has made a new higher high. It hasn't. Higher low hasn't. So I will still just be somewhere, I don't know, somewhere. So what's the calculations left? So US Aussie dollar, nothing. Euro dollar, nothing. Pound dollar, yeah, okay, potentially a buy. New Zealand dollar, yeah, potentially a buy. USD CAD, done. Gold, somewhere over the rainbows. Australian yen, nothing. Canadian yen, dollar yen. Ooh, nice. Did not go up as I wanted. Okay. Somebody said buy US oil today. Okay, so let's do an OPT trade. I have talked about that before. If you're in a mentorship student class, you know what I'm talking about. OPT trade is when market goes so fast, it goes to take profit before Tuesday. Okay, and what is today? Today's Tuesday, so that was probably yesterday, and I mentioned that. What happens when you TP on a Monday? Price goes back. So what is this? Is this a buy? Is it a sell? Is it a what is it? This is a monkey trade. So basically, I would say that's a sell again. That was a buy, yes, potentially, but I don't really see the reversals other than just a new higher high and then rising. So I still think that sellers are in control in this market. Okay. The next move is for this one to come down to this challenge of 39.10. And then that's a critical. Does it fall? Does it rise? I don't know. Okay. So what do we see here? It has come up to almost take profit for the day. That's what you're looking for if you're a seller. Coming back to this area. That depends. That is the battleground. What is it going to do? Up or down? I don't know. That's up to you. So yeah. So sellers, you're really done for this week. Buyers, that's where you kick in. But let me tell you something, young man. I'm going to give you some better views. That is a top, that is a bottom, and that is a bottom. What does this look like? This looks like a range. Oil stop loss, please. For a buy or for a sell, Abraham? Hi, Andrea. How about S&P 500, NASDAQ, and Dow and DAX? We can do that. I'm just going to do one more pair, and I can do that. For a sell, that comes down to your account size, but 1% or less. So if you can do, let's see, dollar. If you sell at 39.60, give or take, and if you can do 40, 40.10, that'd be great. So that is 0.5. Is it priced in dollar? Yeah, it's priced in dollar. Yeah, $0.5 per barrel. So if you want to sell here, you should have your stop loss above here, above R1, give or take. So I want to do pound yen. Okay, so pound dollar, as you can see, was a kind of a new high. Pound yen is making a new low today. Not necessarily a very enticing thing as a shorter, but it's not rising. So we have GJ going down, we have GU going up. What does that tell you? It tells me nothing. Okay, tells me absolutely nothing. That means the market is a bit cuckoo. But that's that. I don't know which name I should use for you, R1. I just said, okay, that's actually double, okay. Yeah, right? Iqbal, R1 sounds nice. Pound dollar, pound Swissy, please. We can do that. Yes, sir. I will just do the S&P and all those things for Andreas first because he asked. So for me, I think I said somewhere in the lines of I want this to go up. Isn't that mean yen strong? So to Amar, yes, correct. But I want yen to be weak. I also do want the dollar to be weak together. So what should I say? So I just have to wait for market conditions for it to be weak again. That's all. Because I'm hoping for yen weakness, and if it's not weak, I'm like, go away, do something else, take care of the wife, something, do chores, grocery shopping, feed the kids, I don't know, something. Say hi to your wife maybe, if you haven't seen her for a couple of months. Say that you love her, if you have not done that in a couple of months either. So I want this to go up. So Swiss S&P 500 at the moment is bearish, and I'm just waiting for a better opportunity. It also seems to me, okay, let's do a seems to me. 2016. Oops. Never. That's something you want to do. Okay. So election 2016 is, so what was the election day? That was election, I don't know which day it was. Was it 9th or something? Yeah, somewhere around here I think it was. So what the market does, I guess, was that was pricing in, was that pricing in Hillary winning? And then Trump just went up? Because Trump won at this point. So what do I see this year? No, those years similar to this year. Let's see. So that's a top of around, was it 22nd of September, range, and then a break to the lower side, and then whoop up again. Okay. Top of September. Okay, kind of the same thing. Kind of the same thing, but not necessarily the same thing. Breaks lower before it then shoots up. That's what I think. So at the moment, nothing to do here. Okay. This is Nasdaq 100 something, give or take. I also want this to go higher, so I'm just waiting for this to go higher. Basically nothing. That could be a buy zone, but you have to know that this is run by election 1000%, 100%. Okay, this is politically driven at the moment. It's not driven by COVID. It's not driven by taxation. It's not driven by seasonality. Yeah, that is the election. It's not driven by fear or anything. It's just like waiting. And then once the election result is ready, it's moving. Okay? Like, I don't know. This is today. That's 4 hours, right? So that's today. This is today. Nothing much. The other point to this one is, what day is it today? It's Tuesday. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Monday. So we have 4 trading days left. Potentially, market is then going to like do that and then rise. The problem is with Biden, one hint, he wants more taxes. And then you can tell me if that's a good thing or a bad thing for the stock market. Hi, Evan. I'm short on New Zealand dollar from 6515. What do you think is a good trade as a reversal? Came from Fib, reversal 6724. Now it's risky, but I have an SR at 6750. Need your expertise. Thanks. I will do so, Hardik. Very fast. I just need to go through Dow. Jones, US 30. Also the same thing, pointing down. Well, this is falling, and this is much more volatile than the other ones. So, is that support? Well, I can't really touch this. I can't really say this is going to go up because this is driven by the election again. Okay. Still again. All these stocks things are driven by the election. And who's going to win? And it's going to be whatever the direction is, and it's going to be strong. It's going to be there. If you can buy every day, if whatever the direction is, after some days you will see the direction. If you can just, whatever the direction is, don't fight it. Okay, cool. But for this one, well, if you are a technician, this is a double top, this is a low, and that can actually just be a higher low. But if you're like, oh, this is a reversal going down, yes, it can be a reversal going down, and it can surely fall, but it's still at support. Okay, cool. DAX. The German index has been worse because of COVID, and this is absolutely free falling at the moment. So this is way worse index or whatever, reverse off, and basically broken out. So this is actually bearish. All the American ones was bullish. So what is my take? My take is, depending on who's winning, I will go through it when who's winning. But that's the thing. Technically, this is broken out. Technically, this is just a higher low. Okay, good. Then we can do pound splitting. Is it in a range? What else? Yeah, one. It's in a range. I don't care. I'm sorry if I'm very blunt with you. If you don't know about me, how I trade, I'm sorry. I don't trade this market. How do I want to trade? What do I want to see then? If you say you don't want to trade, this is a market I want to trade. This is a market I want to trade. This is not what I want to trade. Okay. This is what I want to trade. This is what I want to trade, and I try to stay out of ranges. Try to stay out of ranges. Try to stay out of ranges. But I like that. I love that. Okay. Is that cool? Good. GJ, Gabe, I have already done that. So it's better to short on DAX. I would, if you have shorted, leave it, break even, whatever, be whatever. But if you want to enter a new trade on DAX, I would highly, my personal opinion, wait for the election. See what it does to the market. DAX index, going back to 2016, does it move? Not entirely. Okay, so probably. Okay. Also, at the same point, it tried to make a new low before the election, but then it kicked off anyways. So it actually has the same pattern, kind of the same pattern as the US stocks. So the reason I'm saying they're highly correlate, highly dependent on each other. If money is leaving America, it tends to mostly go to Europe. When it goes to mostly tend to go to Europe, you have a couple of asset classes you want to go into: stocks, real estate, manufacturing, or something like that, like businesses. So because we don't really pay, Europe doesn't really pay anything in bonds, so that's really a crappy thing, and if you have to pay. And yeah, so if money leaves America and goes to Europe, it normally goes into stocks and property. Okay. Gabe and Andrea, I have already done DJing, but I just want to do a New Zealand dollar, but I have done DJ already. Go back in this video, unless if you don't want to do that, just wait. I will try to do it after this one. Okay. I want to honor those who has already requested for my help. So, what did you say? You said you sold at 67.15. Okay, that's a recent sell. Above M3, it's a higher high. But you can potentially say, well, it's not even that even. It's a pullback to this one. But then I would rather play it up here at 67.50. Okay, so I'm just reasoning with you. So it's a new higher high. It's not really at resistance. It's broken the weekly resistance. The monthly resistance is broken as well. Okay. Reversals. Has it reversed? Okay. On the 15 minutes, it has kind of reversed. Is this a trade that I would take? No. Basically, let's reverse engineer this and say, if price did that, wouldn't that be a much better sell-off? Isn't that an amazing sell to sell here? A breakout? Like breaking that low, comes back up, sells instead of selling up here. But you're doing something that New Zealand dollar is the only one rising at the moment. And I haven't figured out why. I must admit, I haven't figured out why it's rising. Other than it's just rising. Is this seasonality? Is this because it's doing that this year? But yes. So, what will I do in your opinion? If price does not break 67, you're dead. The trade is like it would just go higher. So can this also make a reversal? I think the best thing you can hope for is just to fall. So where's your stop loss? You said you have a stop loss at 67.50. Okay, I love you know what, people. Do you know what? Just make that short. Make sure of that, what I'm saying right now. I love people saying their trades. I applaud Lambini for telling his trades. I would never take this trade, but I'd still honor that he told me, and I still say thank you for telling, so I can review it. And I hope that makes you a better trader, that you would rather pick those options instead. For example, that option instead of that option. Okay? But though I'm not a dollar bull, and I'm not a New Zealand shorter either. So yeah, that's that. So if more people can do this, that would be amazing. On the 4-hour chart, is a new higher high, it's a pullback. So you have to kind of look like if you at any given point get a close below 66.94, you're golden. Oh, right. Oh, my voice. Hey, ladies. Did my wife go away now? She was just here for a couple of times. Well, I don't know. Yeah. Anything else to say? No, not really. Stop loss about 65.50. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Yeah, cut. Okay. I guess it is what it is. Yeah, I would have gone out of this trade for a long time ago, but yeah, okay. I can't make you. You make me. DJ is. I want this to go. I want this to rise. Okay. I want this to do this. Okay. At the moment, we are doing that. Oh, nice. Oh, no. Okay. So if I literally do what market is doing at the moment, just going with the flow of the market. So what is really happening here? So taking that away, so I can kind of compare it. Does that look like that? No. Okay, I'm staying away. Is it going to go up? Is it going to go down? I don't know. Yeah, and a secret. Go and look at how many pips it moved after the election. Okay. Because yeah, just go and look at 2016. What happened? I don't know if it's going to go up the same. But what if it does? What if? Isn't that amazing? I have also told you on 2 days ago on Sunday, I told you to prepare to plan for the election, after the election, and until end of this year. I hope I said that. That was at least my intention. Does your guru tell you to plan for your trades for the election, or does it just tell you, hey, follow me? I want you to have your own mind, your own analysis, your own brain, and your own kind of knowledge of what you think is going to happen, so that you also can make good trading decisions by also not trading at all if you're in short. That's the most important thing. My goal with that statement is, please, whatever you do, make yourself become the best trader you can ever be. Okay? You yourself are solely responsible for making the trader you want to be. And how? Planning. If there's no plans, there is no execution. And if you just trade randomly, sorry, might not work out for you. Other than that, Euro New Zealand today was a great one. Probably a pullback for tomorrow. That's that. Euro pound sideways. Pound Swissy sideways. US oil has already taken profit for the week. Is already in a range. I have also said something about selling this for tomorrow, potentially. Well, that's up to you. USD NOK is actually falling. Oh, interesting. Okay. Euro NOK. Oh, even better. That was my NOK trade. Okay. Alright. Lost that one too. So, being an economist, what do you think second wave can bring the market down? What I think a second wave can bring the economy down? Well, it has to be total lockdown. Like businesses closing down. And that is the counterweight to a bullish US stock market is a COVID intensifying thing. And we're already seeing lockdowns in Europe, restricting in Europe. I talk about France, I talk about Poland, I talk about Netherlands, I talk about Norway. Now we can't have more than 5 guests. And in Oslo, where they are Labour Party, almost communist. I said that very fast, I know. They say you cannot have more than 10 close contacts for a full week. So if you go to class, it's 30. So you just have to meet 1/3 of your class for a whole week. I don't know. Anyways, that is a strong factor against this rally. Okay? So what could happen, I'm going to go through it with my mentorship students. I know I'm talking too much now about what I'm thinking, but I will take that down. So that is 2 forces against. So COVID can bring it down, lockdowns can bring it down, but we have learned now. And what else? Fear. Some kind of fear. It can also be the US election going terribly wrong and bad and sour and all those things. Okay? Cool. What do you think if Biden win it? Will it have better impact on equities? I will say that to my mentorship students first. Then I can answer you probably on something. What is the reason where economies are not doing well in the relation with business and the market aren't reacting like oil, of course, are all currencies? Why isn't there a negative impact? Q1? We can do euro, that's okay. What is the reason where economies are not doing well in relationship with business and the markets aren't reacting like oil? Okay. So what we are seeing, what the market do is planning ahead for probably 1 year ahead. So the market thinks ahead. And then the current economy can be totally different. That's why we have seen the dollar weakness, Aussie dollar rising since March, because they're pricing a better future. Current market, current economy is wrecked, but it's improving at that point where it was rising. Now it's much better, but not entirely completely what it was supposed to be, but it's better. So what's really happening is market goes wild, takes its own ideas about the future, and then later on correcting himself. So now, who was it that didn't do so well? Germany didn't have so well recovery as the market anticipated. So maybe that's also why DAX is falling. Another reason for that. So they fly away, then correct to whatever happened. So what are the factors? What are the reasons where economies are not doing well in relationship to the market? Is market does its own thing, has its own psychology, has its own thinking, its own analysis, and then at some point will be brought back to reality, either crash back to reality or correct back to reality, whatever. And that is just normal market psychology. Okay. That has happened a lot before COVID, but now in this fear market that has been in March, it is more evident for every trader. But it's also, how is it evident before US, for example, US interest rate decisions, where we went from, I'm rambling too much now. So in USA, we went from interest rates rising, and then one day it just said, no more. We are going to cut. And we cut big. Okay, we cut 0.75 basis points. That is a lot. Normal is 25. Okay, so 7.25 is a lot. And then you have like a reverse, like market moves. And I think there was one with COVID, but the market was already pricing it in, so it came kind of late. And we're 3rd of March, people like, look at Fed is doing. They're cutting interest rates. It's amazing. Like, what is going on? But I told you, they're late. I was waiting for it. I already played that out. They were already behind my trading plans. So thank you. Welcome to the market. And it was back in 2018-19 where there was increase, and then they started cutting again, or they were proposing to cut again. Maybe that was actually towards COVID. So there was at least 2 points past 2 years now. They've gone from rising, stop, cutting. So that can really turn the market around and make it crazy and make it a bit wild. And where the market and the economy does two different things. Do you trade nat gas, as in can hammer down by and up by blowing accounts completely? Hardik, nat gas? I have an expert for that. He's called Walter. Walter is such a good nat gas expert. I'm just going to say, talk to him. He's such a good guy. He is such a knowledgeable guy about nat gas that just talk to him. Okay, cool. I don't know what the drivers of nat gas is. Is it the same as oil? I'm not sure. But he is wonderful with nat gas. Euro Aussie was supposed to make a new low today, but it didn't make a new low. Well, kind of a new low. Kind of a range. So, if you were a seller for this week, ladies and gentlemen, that was your sell price for the week. If you were a seller, that was your sell price for the day. If you were a seller today, that was your sell price today. And probably that was also a front run. So that was really your entry. Yesterday at around 18. So what are you doing now, mates? I would rather hope for a new low than a pullback than short. Cool. He does not have a channel. He is on my mentorship student program. So he's in my Discord. And if you want to talk to him in Discord, I don't know if I haven't asked him though. But I guess you can ask for him in the Discord channel. Maybe he should have a nat gas section. So yeah, don't bother him if he doesn't like. Just leave him alone. But maybe he has something to say about that, guys. And by 15 minutes ago, he probably left this chat because he normally goes around to have some chocolate. And by that time, I also say, Chief, welcome, Chief. Other than that, I think Natgas. What is not hit monthly. Hit monthly target, by the way. And there is this thing. There's this ticker. It's not this one. It's a different ticker. So I don't really have the correct prices at the moment. But I think it had hit monthly take profit, so I think it's out. NG1 maybe. Okay. Well, that works. Yeah, there we are. There we go. Henry up. Almost. Okay, so there's different prices, I guess, then. But some said that I will take profit for the month. So it doesn't say in this chart, but I have to check with him if this is actually the chart that he's using with the price, correct price. But I know he bought it today and it got out. Thank you, Dakui. Thank you. Thank you for being my YouTube member as well. I deeply appreciate it, by the way. I haven't really talked to you much, but I'm really deeply appreciated. So if you need my help, just contact me and I will help as much as I can. And can this one fall so it can rise again? Yeah, probably. One TP for the month, there is normally a counter trend. With the CTA membership, that is the technical analysis course, where it is videos only course, and I think it's above 25 videos at least on my strategy. So it's a self-study course. But I don't really promote it here. But yeah. Cool. And it's a lifelong, it's just a one-time fee for that. It's above 25 videos. I'm not going to remember right now. But it's covering everything. It's supposed to cover everything in my strategy. From a technical analysis perspective. Not a fundamental analysis perspective. And it does not include the Zoom meetings. It does not include daily calls, which I have with my mentorship students, if they want to. All right, on that note, what is new? I am trying to figure out t-shirts. I really love t-shirts, and it's really nice designs that my wife has come up with. She's very creative, love her, and I think you would love it too. Just figure out the merch store, marketing, designing aspect of it, if it's viable, and maybe it's just will be just a very small project, or if it's real big, I don't know. And probably there will be a decision by 1st of November of if I'm going to do it or not. But if I'm going to do it or not, you will probably know. And I think, why do I do it? Because I want it myself. Nobody has asked for it. Well, somebody has asked for it, but I really think it's a nice thing. I love my logo, and sometimes I can make funny memes as well. So cheers. Other than that, I just came from work out, pounding, and I haven't really eaten since, and that's an hour ago. Tapolo Mutsepe. I have already done goals, so please go back in this webinar. And it's a range, so nothing has happened. Nothing has happened. I want it to go rise. I don't know if it's going to rise, but that's that. Okay. So give this thing a like. Come back and give it a comment. And maybe I'm bad at replying to comments. I'm sorry, Hardik. But I'll try. Become better. Always improve yourself. And don't let anyone behind. Be positive. Be helpful to others. If they ask for help, please try and help them. So you can also get the karma later in life. Cool? Cool. I am here only to try to help you. I'm always self-taught. So being self-taught, came out of it. Traded for 7 years now. So I think you can do it too. And now, after the election, I think it's going to be amazing. Right now, sideways, after the election, it's going to be good. It was a very curious question from the time that I have started trading and I'm not able to understand how the FX market working exactly on fib level support and resistance. Last question. Yeah. So fib levels, well, I have stayed away from fib levels because for me, it hasn't been profitable. Fib levels might work. Fibonacci might have some great ideas, but I haven't figured out how to do it properly. My bad. If you can, amazing. The other thing that people have to use fib levels, but I have found better profitability in pivot points, which is potentially also just fib levels hidden, but I don't know. But I feel like pivot points is actually what something that the market makers are using because they did the work. And let's go to Bitcoin, for example. Let's go to Bitcoin. BTC, is it Bitcoin, BTC USD? Is that what it is? Bitcoin. So this doesn't show it perfectly, but okay, cool. So with pivot point theory to Bitcoin, this will engage someone and someone will just fall off. That is the buy zone. That is the TP specifically here. Get out. It fell a bit and then continue up. Okay, sorry. This is the sell. This is to take profit. Interesting, you might ask. It stops at the correct prices. So someone does use pivot points in this market, even in Bitcoin market. That is the buy zone and that is the take profit zone. And it didn't come to monthly. I don't know why. Maybe it went to weekly. Came to weekly instead. Okay, let's do that instead of weekly. Okay, that worked. That worked. That worked and stopped. Came back down. That worked and stopped. Came back up. Came up here. Had a couple of dances and back up. Okay, so to me, my short little explanation toward here, pivot points does work even at Bitcoin. Okay, so for me that's okay. But is it just a tool that I use? Yes. Do I need it? No. Is it helpful? Yes. Can I do it without? Probably. Other than that, I didn't probably do Fibonacci, I guess. My bad. I'm not saying anything bad about Fibonacci people. I just didn't do it myself correctly. How is it possible the whole market dynamics work so perfectly with such technicals? because the people who pushes the market is the one using it. Whatever they are using, whatever who moves the market uses, is going to work. So if you think that there is a Illuminati, there is a big bank out there that does use paper points, and it does fulfill itself, they probably do. If they didn't use it, if there was a different strategy that they used, it would probably not work. The other thing, I also think they use MACD. Or MACD. That also probably works. The other one, there's another guy on YouTube. There is another guy on YouTube. He says, and I had a conversation with him because he was picking students or people to talk to him, and I was fortunately one of those who commented on his video, and I got to talk to him. He has a completely different strategy than I have. Completely different. But the funny point is, we enter the same price, we take profits at the same price, and we give or take have the same direction. But reasons the market in a totally different way. But we come back to the same entry price, the same take profit price. Ask me how, I don't know. And it's heartache. I'm not going to sell you paper points. I'm not saying this is the best thing I've ever heard. I'm just saying this works for me. I have found profitability in it. I have found comfort in it. I'm speaking for myself. I'm humble enough to say, I guess there's other traders strategies out there that works. I have just found something that works for me. I have tried breakouts, didn't work. I have tried patterns, didn't work out. About candlestick, like those morning stars and evening stars and engulfing candles, and those didn't work. Hammers and all those. I have tried, what do you call it? RSI, MACD, probably could have worked. Some Bollinger Bands and some moving averages. Moving averages, still have them. Yeah, cool. But I don't have them as I explain the market for you. Do I use it privately? Not so much, but sometimes I just bring it out for comfort, I guess. So, what does this market tell me? The market says to me, the moving average tells me this is kind of sideways market range. This is kind of bullish. This is kind of bullish. But yeah. Is making 10% a month good return? Yeah, that's very good return. What is it? What do you call it? Institutional traders, if they bring 5% a year, it's good. Okay, cool. I think me and you, Hardy, can have a discussion. Just contact me on Discord. I guess you're in. If you're not, just find me there. And if not, just find me an email at Forex at Beetle. I don't know. If you want to talk more to me, I need to eat food. I'm hungry. And soon I'm going to be angry at something for someone. So I'm sorry. Other than that, people, I hope you are profitable. I hope you're happy. If you're not profitable, if you're not happy, please find a strategy. Try a strategy on demo before you do anything live with it. And there's exciting times to come. I do not use stock or RSI. I have lost too much money on it. One that I can't even recommend it to my worst enemy. Good night, everyone. Have fun. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your sleep. I'm going. Boom.